What's up? What's up? Back again with their reality check. Ready for some hot discussion, hot topics that's going on in our community. And I'm your boy, King Haru. You know what it is. And this is my lovely, gracious, chocolate, sexy wife.
Nita Buns.
Exactly. We back again to discuss a subject known as Black hypocrisy. And we're dealing with rather political and entertainment industry, or even local to you. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to discuss first on our list is a story about Chris and Michelle, and we're going to give a critical breakdown on how she was done by her own people, her own community. When I say this, I'm talking collectively. I know some people are going to be out there like, I still like Chris and Michelle. Listen, calm down, relax. I'm talking about collectively. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we got to focus on, being collective. We got to be collective thinkers. So you as an individual will not change 40 million people. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand that when we have these discussions, I am speaking collectively. Get out your feelings. This ain't a debate. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going 3 rounds of debate, so chill out. You know what I'm saying? So this is about Chris and Michelle. She was a great soul artist of our time who pretty much disappeared because she made the mistake of not agreeing with your community. You know, you're a coon now. You know, that's all it takes. All it takes for you to not agree with your people, and then you become a coon overnight. You become all these names by pro-black people. They pro-black, but they'll dish you all day and night because you don't agree, which is the most ignorant thing that you can do when you're claiming to be pro-black. But we're going to go into some of these analytics, and we're going to get this critical breakdown on this situation in Black hypocrisy. Okay, you got any outlines for this, baby?
Well, I think she was done
Mm-hmm.
horrifically.
Mm-hmm.
We know Trump was a Republican, and I guess that's what this was all about. She's saying it is inaugural ball.
Yes.
And this was 2 years ago. She was derailed. Radio stations stopped playing her songs.
Mm-hmm.
It was even said that the album distribution fell through.
Mm-hmm.
She was diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
Yes.
And even endured a miscarriage. Now they said that was fake. I don't know if it was, but like I said, if she had to go through that extent, that's a shame.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Death threats, major criticism.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, you know, as black folks, it's like, why can't we agree to disagree? We do not have to agree on the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Like, you don't agree with it. I mean, it can go downhill. It can go from 0 to 100 really quick. You agree with something, I don't agree with something, and let it be on. I mean, you know, everybody else do, but we got to go right into dissing one another and all this so crazy stuff.
Personal attacks. Mm-hmm. And mm-hmm. that happens too much in our community. It's so much it don't went to the children. You know, you can see the kids. I'm talking about as low as kindergarten, first grade. They're already roasting each other's shoes, already putting each other down. You know, the rate for kids committing suicide in these schools have went up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that comes from a negative society, and a lot of us hate to admit that our community has turned into this. You know, and this is just the truth. We have grown comfortable disrespecting each other. Some people even get triumph off that. If you remember the story with Charlemagne and Lil Mama, if you ain't watched that, go YouTube and look it up. He was proud to make that woman cry on that show, and a lot of people, you know, in the comments, they was happy to see that too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, and this is just horrible because we're doing everything and showing the world that we don't even respect each other. That's why we got so much hypocrisy in our neighborhood. It's like we can't stick to anything collectively, you know. And with Chris and Michelle, this story is a prime example to how we can end up being barbaric toward each other for nothing. I mean, it don't take anything for you to go out here every day and diss another black person. I mean, it's nothing to do that, and we'll cry about all these things that's getting done to us. But until we start respecting each other, we're not going to move and we're not going to progress at all by any means, you know. And one of the other sisters that went through the same is Tina Campbell. You know, if you
From
don't
Mary
know,
Mary.
yeah. So she also supported Trump, and her career was ended. She got ridiculed. She also people returned their tickets. They shut her tour down. This woman got dropped from a label. I'm talking about all it took was for you not to agree with the black community. It ended these ladies' careers. And I just think that was overkill because no one should have to go jobless because of an opinion. You know, some of y'all don't even give y'all Facebooks out because you don't want people at work to know what you post. And you know why. You know why. Because it can cost you your job. So you don't, but deep down inside, you don't feel like you should have to lose your job because of how you feel politically or anything. But we don't keep that same energy when it's Chris and Michelle when she went and performed for Trump. We didn't keep that same energy when Tina Campbell went and supported Trump. I mean, they are entitled to their own opinion. You ain't got to agree, but we ain't got to disrespect each other at the end of the day, you know. But and in that same note, we're gonna go into part B of that, and that's how several, and I mean several, it's too many to name, the black men that came out and tore these sisters down. And I'm talking about Spike Lee is a part of this. You know, he's whining right now. Okay, you don't like that kind of treatment, and you want the support of your people now, though. But you got on there and said she lost her black card, and he did a whole interview on Chris and Michelle.
Yeah, he was gonna let her. He said after she did that with Donald Trump, he wasn't gonna let her do the song "The Black Girl Magic" for "She's Gotta Have It," that series that came on Netflix.
Yeah,
he didn't want to be. He didn't want to have nothing to do with her on that. But now what's going on with Spike Lee now? What's going on with him now?
Well, he thought that he was a good Negro and he should come in any interest or anywhere he choose to go. He thought that I make enough money, I'm rich. You know, I'm not a broke nigga, so I should be able to walk and go where I please. And that's not how it works. You know.
Well, he said he been going through that.
Yeah, 28 years. 28 years. Yeah, we all know Spike Lee been a Knicks fan. We know he's been a Knicks fan for quite some time. But see, you know, they control that. You don't own the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? When you come at these people sideways and you don't follow, you know, the rules they want you to follow, because sometimes he be dissing the Knicks. You know how terrible they've been this season. But you know, that was a reality check for him. You know, because you can have $1 billion. You black. I mean, come on, man. You ain't finna get a red carpet because you got money. And that's what all these black people think. Like, oh, when I get money, like they're gonna respect me. No. No, we saw Beyonce at the Country Music Awards and how they treated her, how they act about her being at that show. But we let different races come to the BET Awards, all our awards, and they don't get ridiculed like that. We show them respect. Robin Thicke, a lot of people, John B. I can go over. They all got to come to our platforms. But as soon as Beyonce came to the Country Music Awards, which is a genre they didn't even start, by the way. But as soon as she came there, they said that she wasn't supposed to be there. She didn't represent country music. They ripped her apart. And we already know why. We already know why they talk bad about Beyonce like that. So we always need these kind of things to happen because this is a showcase of me of why we should stick together. And I don't care if it's entertainment level or it's local. Okay? So when we had Spike Lee and several other entertainers, T.I. was a part of also ridicule and Chris and Michelle ripping her down, tearing her apart because, you know, that's what we love to do when it's time to go at another black person. We gonna put all our strength into it. You know how it is. He's a coon. He's a sellout. She's a bad wench. All of these names that was typically brought from slavery times. Anyway, you know, when we use them on each other because you know it's cool. It's cool to do that. You know, But all of them came together on this sister. I'm talking about black men came together and ripped this sister down, ripped her apart, and then you gotta take that into account because Kanye, he like Trump,
and Kanye still has his career.
Yeah,
still has his career.
Still selling Yeezys, huh? Still selling them weak ass clothes that he got, but $300 shirts with holes in them.
And he was selling out at that little gospel. What was that he had going on?
Sunday. It was Sunday. Some bullshit. Yeah, but
he was able to. After all of that, wearing the MAGA hat and all this other stuff, people was calling him a coon.
Yeah,
but they didn't band together and say let's boycott him and let's stop his. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop him from getting his album sold, and they didn't do that to him.
Yeah, they did it to Chris and Michelle though.
Yeah, and I was going to say, is this some kind of Republican and Democrat thing? But it must have been. But hell, they ain't neither one of them done any damn thing for us.
No.
What have they done for us?
Nothing.
We over here debating about who's Republican and who's Democrat. Craziest mess I ever heard.
Yeah. Yeah, and all of the things that's going on in our community, and whoever you listen, I'm going to slide off this political talk a little bit right quick. Whoever you're voting for, okay, Flint, Michigan water is still bad.
Oh my.
Okay, they've shut down hundreds of schools in the black community. Okay,
yeah.
These are things that are going on now. Okay, I don't see any of you that support Trump or Republicans or Democrat really looking at the severe issues we have in our community. You're more focused on debating each other, and I'm talking about it is severe problems going on in our community. And I'm telling you, if you're who you voting for is not talking about those things specifically, then what are you voting for him for? What are you voting for him for?
Yeah.
This is a waste of time. Like, we're sitting around arguing this Republican and Democrat thing. I don't care about it. Because I know at the end of the day, we had Obama. Nobody put anything towards the black community that's going to help us systematically. I'm talking systematically. There is nothing that anybody has done to help us. Not Clinton, anybody you like. That's the fact. That's a fact. Reality check, baby. That's a fact. And y'all got to deal with that. Y'all got to deal with that. Because there is no way they done went years drinking that lead water in Flint, Michigan. And you're talking about go out here and vote. Okay, for what? For what? I'm telling you, everything is getting worse every year in our community. We need a president going to say, I am going to specifically do something towards the black community. I'm not talking about universal. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about specifically for us. We are the worst. And everybody say, well, black people don't vote. Well, we went out and voted for Obama. Did they help us? Did they help us? Did they help our community as a whole? I'm not talking about a group. I'm talking about our whole entire community. It did not help us. Okay? But back to the subject. I had to throw that in there a little bit. I go more into detail later about that about the political stuff, because it's weird how black people are just so up in arms about it, and it really ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't doing nothing for us. Nothing. And you can't put that jive on me. I'm talking like I'm old school now. Put that jive on me. You can't do that. But all these black men with Chris and Michelle's story, and they still support the other brothers. Kanye got love. You know what I'm saying? T.I. went to Sunday service. But he was dissing Chris and Michelle. He went to Kanye service, Sunday service tour. Him and 2 Chainz, everybody, they still supported another black male. Okay, some of the other people that support Trump. Mike Tyson support Trump. Mike Tyson openly support Trump. Anybody wants to say I'm lying, look it up. He supports Trump. Ice Cube support Trump. Okay, Terrell Owens supports Trump. It's several black men out here that support Trump and has spoke up for Trump, and they have a career. It's only when it came to Tina Campbell and Chris and Michelle, our sisters, our queens. It don't matter if we don't agree with them. We should never be ripping no black woman apart like that. He's trying to get time for us brothers to check these dudes.
Yeah, I believe when Trump asked her to do that, he knew that this was going to happen because all they got to do is sit back and watch, and they know that we're going to fall apart. All they got to do is sit back. We're going to fall apart.
Yeah.
You know, and when that happened, what we should have did was picked her up instead of letting her fall. You know what I'm saying? Because see, now after she got that $75,000 or whatever, he was saying that's all she got, and all that. Some of y'all will kill your own family for less than that.
Yeah.
Shoot, you know this.
Yeah.
Way less than that. Way, I mean, come on now.
And on top of that, you know, we got to look at the kind of music that Chris and Michelle was doing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing about booty shaking, hitting the club. When she made any kind of love song, straight same as Jill Scott, it was about with your man. It's about with your husband. You know, India Arie. You know, this is about loving yourself. I was just talking to my daughter about these things. Like that's that music that we grew up on in the 90s. Yeah, we had some bad music. We had some music that was vulgar, but you always had a different genre of music. You always had a different line you can listen to. Like if you like gangster rap, you can go listen to Snoop now. If you like, you know, conscious music, you'll pull Common out or somebody like that. Like it just never wasn't one stream of things. And I think that like when we get rid of people like Chris and Michelle, that lowers the market. You know what I'm saying? So because now look at R&B now. Soul is like underground music now. You got to go download some mixtapes so we can even hear any kind of, you know, soul music, neo soul. You can't hear that on the radio anymore. And I think when we let people like that go, we just open the door. Now we mad. I saw a lot of people mad at Cardi B's success that she's got in the music industry. But look at we kicking everybody else out if we don't agree with them. We get rid of them. You know. And I'm like, these are the people that I think that are vital to, you know, our kind of music, our urban music, the syndicate that we have. And we just like, oh, she voted for Trump, it's over for her. We want to go on. And now we mad that Cardi B done came in and is making success of herself. And our daughters is liking it and out here and things like that. They liking Nicki Minaj. They liking Meg Thee Stallion. They liking these kind of artists, and you're mad. But I'm saying we throw away people that make good music, good golden, mature music. We just throw them away like they're trash, you know. And then we're going to complain about it at the end of the day. You don't support these people, and then you're mad at her that she went and got a check from doing Trump, but performing for Trump. But I didn't see BET booking her. I didn't see y'all calling y'all local clubs saying bring Chris and Michelle down here. We'll sell out. We'll all buy tickets. Like this is how you support people, and nobody was doing that. So that woman, you know, she had bills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everybody today, that's the number one thing people are saying. Oh, it's you know, I had to get the bag. You know, that's everybody quote. You got the bag. I got to get that check though. Get that check though. I don't be around no broke niggas. Yeah, all a bunch of bullshit. All of that is a bunch of crap.
But she thought she was doing it, you know, for a good cause.
Yeah. It wasn't even just about the check.
Yeah, she thought that she was doing it for us.
Yeah, but we
despite the Republican thing and all of that, it wasn't even about that.
Yeah, but we didn't even keep the same energy. You know, with the black men though. We didn't keep the same energy. And you wonder why these sisters are out here feeling like we don't have a back because the brothers go 10 times harder on a sister than they do some of these brothers because y'all weak. That's what it is. You're weak. And I'm a man. I ain't got no time to be involved in women activities every day. I don't know what's up with that. I got to get into that kind of hypocrisy with me. Hey, listen. I don't got no time to be worrying about what a woman wearing all day. I'm talking about this men doing this now. This is weird. Okay? How her nails is done. If she wearing weave. What's her diet like? Listen, bro. Listen. That's weak. That's weak. Ain't no man doing all this. Not no real man ain't worrying about no woman like that.
Worrying about her toes.
Wearing her toes and what? So she got stretch marks. Like what? Man, Come on, man. We got to step up better as men now. This crazy. That's hypocrisy too. Most of you niggas dusty. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names. But a lot of these dudes that got all this hate for these women, you got to question them. I'm sorry, you got to question them because ain't no real man spending all day on the internet and all day talking with his homeboy dissing women. I got to think something up with you. I'm sorry. Okay? This goes into what I call the social media hypocrisy. Boy, it's a lot of social media hypocrisy. It's almost completely weird.
When you talk about hypocrisy, you can go on. You can go for days.
I go for days, especially you know somebody gonna probably be in their feeling list. I know everybody do some hypocritical stuff. When I'm talking about everybody, I'm talking like every race. I know that everybody does hypocrisy. I know that patriotism and things like that this country say, oh, it's so dear, we support the troops. I know all of that is, boy, come on, that's hypocritical. That's hypocritical. We already know that. But I'm more focused on our community. This ain't bashing our people. This is only a note to y'all, to everybody, that we can do better. This is do better. So don't ever come on this platform like we are just ridiculing and bashing black people. We are saying we can do better. We love our people. My queen said that earlier. There, I love my people.
I know what I'm saying? Before you start calling us coons and stuff, I know what I see when I look in the mirror. Black coffee, no cream. Okay, so yeah, yes, we just know we can do way better than what we are doing. You know what I'm saying?
Settling. A lot of stuff just settling. You know, and hating to live in facts. You know what I'm saying? We hate to live in facts.
No kind of womanhood. Used to be, at least I would think so. But it's not much of that now. It's like it's all this hating and you know what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with giving another sister a compliment or speaking to another sister when we pass each other. But it's I don't know what. I think it's a lot of mental illnesses going on. Yeah, and I don't see anything wrong with getting help. Now, why is that such a bad thing in the black community? Like, you go to see someone to get help, you know, they get to calling you crazy and all of this kind of stuff. And, you know, all of us got some crazy in us. Every last one of them. Yeah. And they want to hurt to get help. But it's like if they find out you're getting help or anything like that, that's calling you crazy, all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. People even scared to go do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a lot of fear with us, too. And I've suffered from that, too. Everything that I'm saying, I've been there, too. So it's not like I'm just ridiculing people on this platform. Right. I've been here before. But it just comes to a time when you mature and you just step your game up, man. I mean, you know. Yeah. Well, moving on from social media hypocrisy. This is what I say to outline that. Keep that same energy that you have online offline, homie. Okay? Keep that same energy you have online offline. Okay? So if you black power on there, I don't want to see you, you know what I'm saying, offline, you know, doing something else, you know what I'm saying? Because that ain't what it is. That ain't what popping. If you're not like that, then don't display it online. See, online done became a safe haven for a lot of weirdos. You hear what I'm saying? A lot of weirdos. I don't think some of these people even go outside. Like, are you really just sitting in your house, like, arguing all day and making this pro-black character? You know, you get one of these names, Amin Ra, Patah, Egyptica, Sun God, lean back. You know what I'm saying? And then you think that's what it is. I'm gonna post all of these things and all of this kinetic knowledge and things like that, and then that's supposed to be like the end of it. Man, stop. You know what you do offline, and that ain't what's popping. And you know, and that's not cool. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Okay, we're gonna go on to parenting contradictions and lies and outdated, insane discipline methods. Now, this is what's crazy. You know, the modern era is more about parents being friends with the kids. That's what I see now. It's not really about raising. You know, it's about maintaining. I'm going to maintain you. But when it comes to raising, I see that is disappearing. Listen,
These kids are killing their parents now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They're killing their mothers. We done had last year.
Almost every day
almost every day. Look it up. I'm saying look these things up whenever we're talking about them. We see them all the time. Little boys are killing their mamas, shooting their dads. I mean, I done seen it all. Like, it's just, I think 2-3 days ago, a boy stabbed his mom to death.
Wow.
Okay? And I know we think that the older generation was kind of rough, but one thing about it is this, and I tell anybody this, I never would have raised up on my mama or my daddy like that. My daddy would, my daddy ain't going. You know what I'm saying? My daddy wasn't gonna go, rest in peace, but my daddy wasn't gonna go like that. And my moms didn't play. So I don't know how these kids getting that tough nowadays to slap their mama, punch their mama, beat their mama down. Okay, and then you got these disrespectful kids, but they got the highest price shoes on. They got PlayStation 4, Xbox, bad grades. All because you want to get online and post that you got your kid some Jordans. You're going to let him disrespect you and not follow guidelines that you want from him. Go to school, do your work, get good grades. Okay? Why is he getting awarded if he's not doing that? It's like it's a tough thing for parents to tell their kids no nowadays, or you cannot go outside and play. You got bad grades. You cannot go over to your auntie house and have fun and ice cream and pizza. You've been doing bad in school. You're gonna stay home. There need to be consequences. See, this is contradicting because online they posting them clean and they fresh, and in their house they going through hell with their child. Yeah, this a fact too. This a fact. That boy that killed his mom. That's what he did. She had him with Jordans and Nikes all up in his closet. Yeah, and he killed her because it ain't no guideline to respect. You feel me? Ain't no guideline to respect, and you cannot let these kids go on in your house like that. Now, old school, it was just I
brought you in this world, not take you out.
The old school,
and they meant that. They meant that every bit of it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That they was, some of that was kind of rough. I know some stories now, but I'm not gonna say them. But I know some stories, and I have went through some things myself. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole subject for another time. But some of that was insane. You know what I'm saying? A lot of anger issues that a lot of us men have can come from getting whammy bammy. You know what I'm saying? Too rough. Now I do believe in disciplining a child, but some of the stories I know and some of the things that I have experienced with my own two eyes is just was way out the park. You know what I'm saying? You can't be that bad on these children. But now them same parents, they get amnesia now. You know, oh man, I can't believe they did their kids like that. Like, boy, you used to beat the shit out of people. You used to beat the shit out your kids. Now you got amnesia now. You know what I'm saying? That's the hypocrisy and discipline. With the old school, the new school, all hypocrisy. When you really all you can do is just put your best in with your kids, man, and pray for the best, man. That's what you got to do. But I be damned, boy, if my kids gonna run my house. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
What Umar Johnson said?
I'll be damned.
You might have to.
I can't go out like that.
Put them to sleep.
I can't listen. These parents scared of their kids, man. I can't go out. That's hypocrisy, man. That's hypocrisy. Don't be online like you don't play, and then you know them kids running your house, and you paying the bills, and you doing all that, and they running you. Okay, here go a fire one. We on to the next subject. Here go a fire one. This that colorism. Woo. Now,
colorism.
You are. Beautiful, dark-skinned queen. Boy, you know what I'm saying? When I first hooked up with you, I was like, well, when I first seen you, I got to have it. But that's a whole nother subject. But
you fine. I done heard that a time or two.
Ah, yeah, you fine. You sexy. You too sexy, baby. But you know, when we talk about colorism, like can you give us some of the things that you have to deal with being dark skinned and being in our community and being a dark skinned beautiful woman?
Well,
you ain't got to go all the way into detail. Just give me
Yeah, I can give you a look.
Mm-hmm.
The key points here.
Yeah, key points.
But this subject here is gonna have to be on a whole.
That's why I said. Yeah, that's why I said you have to chop it. Just chop it. You know what I'm saying? But it's on the list because it's part of Black Hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Spice. If y'all ain't heard that song.
Oh yeah.
Black Hypocrisy.
Yeah.
She has a song called Black Hypocrisy, and if you haven't seen it or listened to the song or watched the video, I would advise you to check it out. It's a clear cut example to how we are living two ways, 3 different directions, and I think the song is very good. But she discusses colorism is the number one thing she is talking about, because on one instance with the video, she shows that in her lyrics that in one instance she is black, she's dark skinned, and she's getting ridiculed. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, you black, you're ugly, and what I'm saying, you ain't dark, you ain't light enough. We talk to these dark skinned sisters like that. But then on a flip, if she was to bleach her skin, then she'll be a bed wench. Then she'll be self-hating herself and things like that. So she's basically pointing out how it's a problem for me to be dark skinned, and it's a problem if I want to be lighter. So I'm going to get ridiculed either way it go. And that's not cool, but that is a fact. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Tupac called Little Kim ugly on Hit 'Em Up. Listen to the diss. Mm-hmm. Quick to snatch your ugly ass off the streets. That's what he said about Little Kim. All because he was beefing with Biggie. And now we're looking at Little Kim after black men done called her ugly. Mm-hmm. Now we're looking at Little Kim after black men called her ugly. For a long time, black men called her ugly. And Tupac wasn't the only one that said publicly that Little Kim was ugly to them. And then she bleached her skin and she do stuff. Now Little Kim is self-hating. She's an atrocity now. But she's been ridiculed. See, we don't want to accept the black hypocrisy that goes on in our community. We do not want to accept that a lot of these women get ridiculed so much. Now, the plastic surgery done went up. Black women are running to it. They back in the 90s, they should be the white woman thing. Back in the 90s, Pamela Anderson, Carmen Electra, those are the type of women that go and get the big chest and all of that. But shoot, these sisters running there now because it's all about perfection. Because of course, social media hypocrisy. Another thing, like, you can't have no stretch marks, can't do this, can't do that. But y'all give me some. Can you give me like one example of colorism story that you done had?
Yeah, well, if you're dark skinned, and I would say male or female, but I'm mainly talking to the females because you know how we have felt undesirable, over the years. If you've ever seen, what's the documentary called? That Oprah did. I hate to bring Oprah's name.
Yeah.
I hate to bring her name up now.
It's called Black Girls.
God dog.
Yeah, well, it's a
Dark Girls.
Dark Girls, yeah.
If you ever saw that documentary, I was on the lines of those women. Mm-hmm. And even, what's the guy name that did the Vlad interview? Bill Duke.
Yeah.
I felt a lot of ways that he felt. Mm-hmm. Being, what I'm saying, but I know a lot of light-skinned people have had colorism happen to them. Mm-hmm. But I really cannot speak on that. Me being dark-skinned, I can only speak on what was done to me. And I hate to say it was mainly the men. Mm. Yeah, they were awful. Mm. And in some cases, they still are. I can see how they do with other women. But through all of that, I still never gave up on my community. Mm. I'm married to a black man, and I'm still all for my people, even though, because I know there's a lot of mental illness. This is how they've been taught. And, the white supremacy has a lot to do with it, and they just haven't got out of that. But I've been called oil spill, black and ugly. I mean, if y'all, the list. You've heard people being called these.
Yeah, I've heard all of it.
Everything in the book, I have been called that. And I had low self-esteem coming up. And I felt like I couldn't talk to anybody. Now, in my household, it was me and my brother. We were dark skinned, but since he was a boy, I really don't know how he took it. I believe it's he. I don't know. I don't know if he has any self-hate. It might be a little bit of it, but it seems like, I'm not gonna say, it seemed like he had it better. I would say I don't think people really, they talked about his complexion, but maybe he could handle it better. I don't know if it's because I was a girl. I don't know, but yeah, I'm thinking about writing a book on it. It's
that's definitely something.
But all I can say, I know it's white supremacy out here, but I got ripped down by my own people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you walk out through the door, you know that it's white supremacy that you have to face.
Right.
But I had to face my people. This was, from a child on up. And it's crazy because when I was younger, I don't even really remember even thinking about my complexion. I got constantly told that through other people.
Right.
How I looked. You know what I'm saying? And it did its thing on me for a while. I'm glad I no longer feel that way.
That's good.
But at one time, like what Bill Duke said, I didn't even want dark-skinned children. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want them to have to face the stuff that I have faced. Yeah, it gets really deep.
Yeah.
But it's a sad thing.
Yeah.
And when Spice did that Black Hypocrisy song, I could relate to that.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do. They'll talk about you for being dark, and then you lighten yourself up like, oh, they got something to say about that too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But the way I look at it is in this world is like, we all are black. It don't matter what shade you are. If the white man want to go back into slavery tomorrow or want to do that again, we'll be hanging right next to each other.
Right.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm just saying, if they really want to get crucial and go back to that, we'll be in the same boat.
Yeah.
All this house nigga and all this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I look at it, it's what you're taught in your house too. If you don't teach your children that we all are black people and we should be able to get along, don't matter. And my daughter was telling me about how they talk about some girls and some boys at school for them being dark.
Yeah.
But it's always the people that look like you are the ones that's going to rip you apart.
Yeah.
I'm talking about rip you apart.
Yeah.
And it's something that needs to be talked about. And I would say, even if you're in an interracial date, if you're a black man dating a white woman, that needs to be talked about. Because your kid is half black and they need to know. They need to know these kind of things. I mean, or and vice versa.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of touchy.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's real.
Yeah. I didn't like the way I looked for a long time. But people didn't, I don't think people knew that.
Right.
But it's like, my stepfather, he was a real high yellow man. It seems like it's something people don't want to talk about or they can't relate to.
Right.
I came home and telling him that people were talking about me at school and stuff, and he was like, well, you are black, and it kind of was like, and I felt
downplayed.
That's, I felt like, oh, that's not what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
That's not the answer that I wanted. And I just felt like people want to downplay it. And then, like I said, I think I was the darkest in the house. So it's almost like I couldn't even relate to the people in my own house on that colorism. We never talked about colorism in my house. Did y'all talk about colorism in your house?
Like Tim, my stepfather, he pretty much taught me to love all complexions. Tim raised me in a correct format. No discrimination, as long as it's a black woman. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was raised. So like when I dated, I never really had a preference. It's just like if I clicked with them, I clicked with them. So I guess I'm a last of a dying breed or something like that, because how a woman wear her hair and how her waistline is and does she have stretch marks and all of that. That's not a concern to me. Her complexion, I was only looking to vibes, and that's how I ended up liking my queen now. It was just our vibes. Like I wasn't looking at no complexions and all of that. This world had turned really weird, but the colorism thing has been going on for so long, and it's weird. I think that it's weird, and this is the same community that is up in arms when we get clapped by one of these police officers. And I'm saying that's hypocrisy. If we're going to disrespect dark skinned women or men out here and at the same instance act like, it's racism that's destroying our community, only racism and white supremacy. That's buffoonery. We are doing a lot of derogatory things towards our own people. And there's something that we don't want to deal with, but it is a fact. It is a true thing. You just heard my queen just say that if black men was the worst people that was on her. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't nothing but reality.
And then tell them about the time when we was working together and this guy.
Oh yeah.
He called himself liking me. But...
Yeah, his name Philip. Yeah.
Oh, you putting this?
They don't know his last name, so they don't know his last name. His name Philip, but he didn't know that me and her was dating because at the time at our job site that we was working at, we was keeping everything on the low because people knows at these workplaces. This is another thing. That's why a lot of black people don't want to come out that they're dating certain people because people always want to get dirt on who you're dating, and what I'm saying, some people are trying to get too much, be too nosy. So we tried to keep everything on the low when we was dating, but he ended up, having a little crush on my woman. Now, we was dating at this time, but, like I said, we was keeping it on the low. And so the guy was talking about her one day, and, I had another friend that was there with me also, but he knew that me and Nita Buns was dating. So he got to saying, like, boy, she has a nice shape and everything on her. She looks good. He said, but, I hate to be with her because if we have sex in the dark, I'm a loser. You know what I'm saying? He said he won't be able to find her in the dark. And so my other friend, he didn't know how I was going to react. So he was like, hey, this king one. He said, oh, man, I'm sorry. Then he apologized. You know what I'm saying? But I could have just stole on him. He wouldn't even, he would have known nothing. But that's just let me know that, he was a lighter black male. Okay. And the first thing he went in on was her complexion. Now, he was sexually attracted to her. You know what I'm saying? He was sexually attracted to her. But that's the only thing he saw in value with her, which is another thing. It's when it comes to a lot of dark-skinned people, I see, and I have known this because I've been around men, like dark-skinned women are looked at like sexual objects, but, not the ones to have on your arm or something like that.
What did T.Y. Dollar Sign say on that? Two of mine.
Oh yeah, he had some lyrics on there. He said, "My dark skin, she
that's
know how
what
to
he had
take."
to say about her.
Yeah, yeah. He
and a lot of men, I believe that's how they feel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so. That's weird too. But
the thing I have is like, okay, people say, well, this is my preference. I like lighter women better. Okay, that's your preference. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But don't go bashing dark-skinned women because you like light-skinned women. That makes it seem like it's colorism.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have some kind of issue.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. That's
but
deep.
It's weird now.
That's deep.
Most of the guys that went in on my complexion, they were not even too much lighter than me, that's what always blew me away. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah, that's the Gilbert Arenas effect. Yeah, he another one. They came out and dissed Lupita, saying that she was ugly, and Lupita is not ugly, bro. No. I don't know what you looking at. Now, listen, I ain't gonna go in on him like that. A lot of people
feel that way, but I got so used to. Now I've had before we got together, I had relationships and things like that, but they weren't really serious, and I got to the point where, this is sad to say, but I didn't even think that I would even be in a long-term relationship or even have kids or anything. It was, and I had got used to it. It's a sad thing to say, but I had got used to that.
Wow, man. That's deep. That's deep. Yeah. But see,
that's why I could relate when Bill Duke was saying the things that he was saying.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are going to be quick to say, oh, that's self-hate. Why do you think it's self-hate, though? You can't just go jump into self-hate. Why is it self-hate? Now, someone, I think, my mom was always saying that I was a beautiful girl and things like that. But it's just, I don't know. And it was some self-hate. But you got to be taught that. That's how I feel about it. I didn't just wake up one morning and say, oh, I don't like the way I look. I was constantly being told that, and I let it get the best of me. But
Yeah.
You know, and even now I still suffer with not take. That's one of the reasons why I don't really like taking pictures too.
Yeah.
So you know, but it's not bad as it used to be. It used to be like, you know, I was able to conceal it really well.
Yeah. So what got you out of, like, you know, what helped you grow out of a lot of the issues you have with being dark skinned? Like, what helped you grow out of it? Well, I know you're not completely cured, but what helped you deal with a lot of the situations dealing with this being melanated, highly melanated?
Well, you helped build my self-esteem up a lot too, but I mean, I really can't.
Yeah, so it's just the love of the black man that helps cure a lot of the. Yeah, okay. Hear that, black man. Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit too beside.
Nah, you know, hey, listen. When you uplift,
oh yeah, well.
when you uplift your queen, you know what I'm saying. You ain't dogging her out every day. You know, doing that ignorant stuff. You know, treating her like a real woman. A woman can feel like she, you know what I'm saying, goddess of the world. You know what I'm saying. You can bring her up or you can tear her down.
Self-healing, you know, learning to love myself, loving.
Yeah, you know,
my features and.
Yeah, you know, I educated myself and you know, the ancient Africa, ancient America, ancient Europe. You know, when you study these things, I said most of the people that rule these places and rule these kingdoms was her complexion. You know, and I said being dark skinned is a blessing. You know, I studied it and I had to let her know that. You know, because they're not going to surely teach you this in school. They surely not going to tell you about this, you know, even in your own community, most places, unless you get a part of some kind of conscious community, or maybe a Moors, or maybe some Nation of Islam places. They teach these kind of things, but you're not going to get that just like collectively in the black community. Okay, but we'll come back to this subject on another episode of Reality Check, and we're going to close out with our last topic. And that'll be the automatic disrespect and disloyalty for money. The instant belief to degrade yourself and people for the bag. The bag. You know, that's it. The bag. Oh, they got paid though. They got the money though. That is man, listen. That is stupid. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you can't, when somebody tell me like money is that important to them, I can't trust anybody like that. I can't trust you. You know what I'm saying? Because like listen, if we're gonna be friends or family, I'm never gonna put money as the guideline of how we're gonna be friends or how I'm gonna be a family member. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like some people lose a grandma, some people lose their uncle. And soon as the money is involved, inheritance and things, I done seen it tear families apart. You know, everybody is beefing with each other. I'm like, this is family. And it's over when a dollar bill is on the table. People don't speak to each other no more. Like people are beefing, almost ready to go to killing each other. This is all over money. And it's so quick for us to become disloyal to each other over a dollar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the family structure and you being a family is way more important than money. And we have lost that as black people. We have lost that. Ain't no way a dollar bill is more important than me and my wife being together. If that ain't like that for you and your woman, that's y'all. That's y'all. Don't put me in that picture. I don't got nothing to do with that. How much would it take? It ain't a dollar sign. It ain't a limit. It ain't nothing. I don't want anything. If I had to lose my woman, then I ain't a part of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm loyal. And people that are disloyal, you know, you got snakes in your circle. Some people is around here and somebody, you think somebody patting you on your back and really they hating on you. You know what I'm saying? Because you might have a business, all because you might have a structured family. Y'all got two incomes in your house and y'all are working. You know, y'all probably trying to invest or anything. It's people like, oh, do your thing, you know what I'm saying, behind your back. Like, they think they all that. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. See, this is the disloyalty that comes all because you have a dollar bill. And they can do the same. This is the thing about it. Mm-hmm. They can do the same. If you got a business and you're getting to the bread, they can do the same. They can do the exact same thing that you're doing, but they're rather like, let me bang on them. You know what I'm saying? And let me hate on them on the low. And really pray for your downfall. And this is all over money. Money. Mm-hmm. Because this is all that it's talking about at the end of the day when it gets to money. Oh, man, got to get the bag. He got the bag, though. So you would degrade yourself and be a buffoon like Steve Harvey. And be a buffoon on television for amusement. And all you're going to say, I'll be the biggest monkey ever. Mm-hmm. And some people applaud that. Oh, man, he rich, he paid, though. Listen, my image as a man to my son and my daughter is way more important than a check. I don't know if anybody out there is going to feel that, but you need to if you're a real man. That is never going to be more important than my children. I'm not going to degrade myself. It's men that's in the entertainment industry that and put on dresses, all kind of things. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no telling what they do behind closed doors. Well, we already know. We hear rumors about that casting couch. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Lee Daniels in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's out here. But men will go through that just so they can get the bag. Mm. We got to get the bag. I got to get the money, bro. All of this stupidity. Brothers out here also risking their entire freedom to sell a bag of crack. $20, $30. Get you 10 years. Look at that. We got to stop putting money, this MOB, money over bitches, money over everything, all of this, that kind of mentality is got to go. You understand me, people? It ain't working. It ain't happening. So that's all of our, you know what I'm saying, notes we had to go through today with our open discussion on black hypocrisy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is open discussion, so you got any kind of questions, any kind of statements you want to put on the bottom, and if you don't like the video, you still can comment. It's all good, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not debating you though, because these are all facts, brother, sister. It's all facts on here. Same personal opinion.
Yeah, well, they're entitled to their own.
Yeah, they're entitled to it, but I'm saying, you know, prove me wrong if it's like that. This is their good old reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, before we sign out here, I just want to let you know, brothers and sisters, I love y'all out here, out there.
Nothing but love. Nothing but love. Nothing but love.
Like I said, we can do a lot better than what we're doing. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of people feel like the black community is done.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I can agree to disagree on that.
Yeah,
I'm not giving up because I'm a black.
I wouldn't say I'm giving
woman myself.
I wouldn't say I'm giving up, but I just don't, like I said, I'm a realist, and I just don't see us coming together in a collectively enough where we can really do what we're supposed to do. You know, we got groups and sections and stuff. Yeah. So, like, just for instance, like the Hebrew Israelites are over here. You got the Nation of Islam. Okay, you got the Kemetic brothers, the African spiritualists, the Catholics, the Democrats, the Republicans. All of these things, all these people that are groups of black people. I'm talking about millions all together, but they can't sit in the same room and get along with each other.
Yeah.
And to me, it's probably the greatest hope we got. Black people that actually are collectively together. That's the greatest hope we got. But we too busy debating each other and trying to say who was here first and what God was better than the other God and all that. Man, come on, man. Then the political thing comes in, and then we can agree to disagree on everything. Let's just get to success, baby. Let's get to success. Let's just get to it. You know what I'm saying? It's this fourth quarter, man. It's bad out here, man. It's bad out here for our community right now. We're in a bad state. And I'm saying I don't see us coming out of this until we collectively can look at each other and say, I respect you. That's it. Mm-hmm. I respect you. We don't have to agree, but we can always accomplish something when we ain't got to be buddy-buddy. God damn it, the Italians, the Jews, the Irishmen, and everybody, they ain't all just clicked up. Some of them don't like each other, but when it's time to come together and get something going, they'll come together and get something going.
Yeah, so you're saying we can't even do that?
No, we cannot. We cannot unify. We cannot unify because it's gonna go into, oh, you got Jordans on, he a coon. Like, come on, man. Listen.
Yeah.
That's ignorant. Oh, she got weave in her hair. She ain't natural. Yeah, she got some ass on her, but she's unhealthy. She gonna be a diabetic. Like, come on, man. Vegans even getting in on this shit, dissing everybody now. Come on, man. Vegetarians is beefing with the meat eaters. This is the black community, man. Listen, we can't win like this. We cannot win anything with this I'm going to get you and attack you kind of mentality. And that's why I think that collectively as a group, we're done. That's my own personal opinion. But I'm saying the only hope we have is the next generation. So if you can teach your children how to love themselves, love their hair, in this colorism, in all of that niggeritis that we have going on in our community, that's the hope we have, is the youth, is the children, which I think they're being forgotten too. Like, you know what I'm saying? You understand that they're going to be us one day. They're going to be the 30-year-olds, the 20-year-olds one day. I'm thinking that they're the best hope because our generations blew it, man. I think we blew it. The best thing we do is put for the youth instead of always knocking them down. We need to figure out where they hurt coming from, where they pain coming from, learn these children, and learn how to mentor them towards a better direction. That's the hope the black community has. But right now, we're not. We're look how they did Chris and Michelle. Like, this is why I discuss topics like that, because these are clear examples to how we are in a bad state when we're so quick to destroy one another. We're so quick to do it, and I don't know how you're gonna make it anywhere when you're gonna have, let's just say we got 100 people that's in a group, you know what I'm saying, but you only 50 of them are contributing, and the other 50 is like, I'm just here for the trending topic, or when this shit get bad, I'm finna bounce. So I'm like, you're gonna lose 50% of your people soon as somebody's able to put something out on you, dig something up on you about your past, and you're quick to get ridiculed, and everybody will bounce. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we're at now. Mm-hmm. That's where we're at now. We cannot come into any kind of unification. And that's why we're in a bad state, bad state. And that's why I have this open discussion to talk, and maybe we can reach people. Maybe we can reach people with plans, gimmicks. You know, I have no problem with linking up with people, maybe trying to get something going, maybe mentoring some of these black boys in the urban community. I have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just on here spitting like, oh, we ain't doing nothing. I'm willing to help. But, you know what I'm saying? Stuff got to be trill. You hear me? I ain't finna spend no time away from my family or bring my family into a situation again that I feel that ain't pressing towards progress. You know what I'm saying? So, but this gonna wrap this segment up. We done went through Black Hypocrisy for this episode, and stay tuned for more of their real talk that we got coming up and their real reality speech. Okay, so this is gonna wrap it up for us, you guys. Thank you. And
Thank you for watching.
Peace. Yeah. All right.